Just an overview as the evaluation is coming up on screen, just to reflect on our evaluation schedule. Throughout the school year, throughout each school year, we evaluate or do a formative assessment with Dr. Battle every quarter throughout the year. Every half semester, we do a public evaluation for the community to see where we are in the evaluation process. We had our last evaluation in February of 2024, and with our our second semester, we're having that evaluation now. So this evaluation reflects the second semester of the 23-24 school year, with the final evaluation being in September or October, as we wait for the Tennessee Department of Education to release all data for us to do a complete evaluation for Dr. Battle. So as we get started with the evaluation process, and again, we're waiting for that PowerPoint to come up, and so we will just ad-lib from there. Board members will have hopefully access to that. But starting with our signature initiatives, where we focus on our core tenets and our focused outcomes, we look at the director's evaluation, looking at literacy, numeracy, social emotional learning, transitions, and all focused outcomes. Throughout that semi-evaluation, many times the evaluation will include student outcomes data, such as benchmark and attendance, implementation evidence, and related outputs, as well as a review of the progress on the related signature initiatives that we're focusing in on. So so we're going to go ahead and jump into I apologize. We're going to go ahead and jump into the focused outcomes around literacy. And for our Literacy Reimagined work, we are looking at the data from spring 2024 administration of the FastBridge. From that data, FastBridge A reading scores showed growth from fall to spring. 52.3% of students maintain and improve their percentile from fall to spring. And we've had continued strategic implementation of the Wit and Wisdom and My Perspectives curricula, with various structures and outlines highlighted from the first semester. If we're looking at also within the director's evaluation, was highlighted around the MNPS leadership plays, both then and now, and how we have refined and built on top of the leadership plays from the leadership playbook, as well as leadership resources and leadership professional development experiences. We have also implemented early literacy continuous improvement cycles, continuing to use the Tennessee Foundation skill curriculum from Wit and Wisdom. And let me pause just for a second to get us on track. Here we go. All right, we're up and running, y'all. Thank you so much, Tech. So we're at the early literacy continuous improvement cycles, where we continue to use the Tennessee Foundation's curriculum supplement to Wit and Wisdom in grades K through 2. Our elementary executive directors are regularly collaborating with our elementary literacy teams to find ways to build capacity of the leadership, of the instructional leadership teams at each school. What we found in the second semester is our ELCICs really took ownership of their implementation in the spring semester than fall. And we're continuing to see how that implementation and how them taking accountability and ownership of that implementation has really moved the needle for students in early literacy. Also a focus on school visits, where where Dr. Battle and her team have invested extra time and supports to reach the highest number of students. They have done similar work with additional visits to support and empower and equip instructional leadership teams with the tools necessary for continuous improvement, and they streamline feedback loops and have made positive impacts on their school visits with principals and instructional team leaders to strategically improve outcomes. More so on our literacy highlights is the work that was done around promising scholars, accelerating scholars, and our enriching scholars portfolio, and the amazing work that was done to reach and support students throughout this process. And also the improvements around the personalized student dashboard, where the technology team have launched officially a website where parents can gain access to the students. One of the things that was asked about students parents getting access to the website without contacting school and eliminating that cumbersome approach to getting access to their student data. So now we have that website, we have streamlined the process and made the access easier for parents across the community. We've also seen an increase in the number of families accessing that data. Going on to numeracy, again, an emphasis on the scholars portfolio and their implementation and its impact on numeracy. We've seen an increase in data in FastBridge data, where we've seen 51.1% of students maintaining or improving their percentile, which surpassed our goal of 50%. We've also seen where the first year implementation of the math curricula has gone really well, with a lot of support from the school instructional leadership teams as well as the support hub. When we look at our SEL highlights, the Navigators program has been strategic in helping to achieve our Every Student Known goal and initiative, and they have maintained more than 94% student enrollment through quarter four, and a 30% increase in the number of check-ins. So it's doing well there, along with our advocacy centers. As you can see, the total number of supports that were given to students has significantly increased. And so we're excited to see the work that Dr. Battle and her team are doing across the district as it relates to our SEL supports for students. Another thing is around the work with the family and community support hubs and how we are doing outreach to families across our community by hosting family events and partnering with Alignment Nashville and other organizations to really reach and support families who need that additional support and information to help them best suit and help their students. Also, we've seen an increase in the community support hubs at Maplewood and Lawson High School, serving more than 1,000 students, caregivers, and staff. Also, in the focus outcome around SEL, we have seen, as a result of this, we have seen great results in our overall attendance, a decrease in chronic absenteeism, as well as satisfactory and perfect attendance, seeing improvement there. Related to our focused outcome around transitions, looking at our fifth grade transition, all fifth grade transition preparations are complete, and we roll into our final phase of transitioning fifth grade out of middle school into elementary as of next school year, or this school year. Oh, yeah, sorry. So that was last year. So we've done it this school year. So that transition is complete as of this year. And keep in mind this evaluation, keep in mind this evaluation process is around second semester 23-24 school year. We're in the 24-25. So we always have to center ourselves in where we are and not speak too soon. Also around fifth grade transition, our research, assessment, and evaluation team partnered with Vanderbilt's Peabody College of Education to do research around the fifth grade transition process and its success, as well as looking at how we're streamlining and defining the aligned academic pathways for students, embodying our Ready Graduate indicators. And then again, For University MNPS, we had a successful signing day where we had more students, again, participate. And as you see listed, the number of scholarships that were extended to students across our schools. And then for the last outcome, which is our focused outcome, all focused outcomes, our FY '25, that's currently this school year's budget, but we were able to get it last year. And our ESSER Bridge. We're really excited that Dr. Battle and her team, as well as the support of our board, was able to work with Metro Finance and the mayor's office to bridge the gap. Instead of having a fiscal cliff, we had a fiscal bridge. And so we're really excited about that work and the contributions that everyone played in ensuring that we could continue vital programming that's needed across our district. And then as far as the equity roadmap, we have continued to build upon Dr. Battle and her team has continued to build upon build upon the community meetings that exist across the community and collaborate in an effort where we have moved from being the only people talking to co-designing now. And they are focused on shared accountability, focus areas, and strategic alignment. So we're happy to see that that work is continuing. Also, Dr. Battle highlighted the work with peer around research to see what best practices and how we're doing with the implementations that we are happening, that are being implemented within the district, the leadership framework, and how the leadership framework is being recognized as a national model or exemplar for districts across the country, and how Dr. Battle and her team have re-envisioned the central office as a support hub, and that great work in there. All right, so we're gonna move on really quick because we are behind schedule. Yes.
May I interject? I could have a request.
Yes.
Would it be possible that we go over all of this in greater detail during our board reports, during our main meeting, so that we give it the right consideration of the time that you've put into it?
We can. It's up to you.
Since we have the 4 o'clock additional event, is there a procedural thing I need to do for that? Are you okay with that as the chair of this? Do what? The reception is across the street. Yeah. We have a reception at 4 o'clock for our members that are retiring, we'll say. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we get
Our
all
board
of it.
members okay with that? All right.
Okay.
Then we will re-adjourn this meeting during
Board reports.
It's not, you're not rejoining the committee.
But you're sharing this information
Sharing
during
the
it.
rest of the report during the board reports.
Okay,
That part.
that part?
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
yes. All right, the meeting is adjourned.
Do you want me to see if I can get that part printed for you?